Hello, everybody. Welcome to SPX 2024. My name is Joe.
My name is Rusty.
And with us today, we have
Ashley Jablonski.
a returning participant in the Joe and Rusty interviews.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So
Good to
how's
be
the
back.
last year been?
It's been really good. Yeah.
All right.
So,
What you been up to?
So I was a bookseller. That's what I was doing with my time, and now I'm an elementary school teacher.
Interesting.
So-
Are you selling books to the kids on the side?
No, I'm not.
Not
But I
yet.
have been teaching them how to make comics, which has been really fun. So
You don't need to sell them books. They're making their own books under you. Nice.
Exactly. So
What is it? How is it teaching the comic? What have you noticed teaching the kids how to make comics?
they are very excited about comics. As I feel like with my age group and like my generation, we were also excited about comics.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's easier for them to understand material. And a lot of them just really love doing it, and it kind of like blows their mind, which is
That's
really
awesome.
fun. Yeah.
Well, I think it kind of like demystifies it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because especially for us, growing up, they would just be an object, and you don't really consider where they come from, what people do to make them.
Mm-hmm.
So when you can teach kids that, and they're like, oh, I can do that too. That's amazing.
About what age are the kids that you're teaching?
So elementary school, but I'm teaching mostly like kindergartners and first grade.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's been really rewarding, and I've only been doing it for like 2 weeks. So
Oh, wow. So
yeah,
very fresh.
Very fresh. Yes.
Yeah, this is still new to you.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
How
but,
excited are you?
Ask me again in like a year,
Okay.
but I'm very excited right
Well, then
now.
I think at that point, you'll either have a lot of excitement or no excitement.
Yeah.
There's not going to be any middling excitement in a year.
Yeah.
No, there won't be.
There's a lot of potential right now. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is very exciting right now, and I love it better than book selling, to be honest. So, also a very important job, but
true. Yes.
yeah.
Like
So-
book selling is great, but this
Yes.
is actually like making a difference, like in kids'
Yeah,
lives.
it feels
That's
like
awesome.
it, yeah.
I know it's
So,
only been a couple of weeks, but have you figured out anything about your own like creative process and trying to help these kids, or figuring out maybe like the steps through which to take them?
ooh,
It's okay if it's a no.
I don't know.
Are
It
you?
is- I
Are you?
guess it's kind of
honest?
early.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you tired? Are you feeling a little? You feeling rough? It seems like these kids are whipping your ass.
It is exhausting in a different way, but like, actually, so we have like a lot of free time where I teach too, and so like they can do projects and stuff like that. And I've had time to do my own projects, so I've just been making zines as well alongside them.
Oh, nice.
And it's just been like fun, kind of just like replaying with materials that I just never would anymore, I guess. Like I draw with like just really cheap colored pencils and markers, and I cut and paste and just like make copies. Whereas like before I was like, I have to use watercolor, and it has to be like, like I know what texture I really want, but like this is like, oh, I'm kind of like going back to like materials that like are more affordable and just like everyday, so you can make comics. Like it's helping me remember that like you can make comics with anything.
It's like lowered the stakes for you. You're not really
Yeah.
worried too much about
Like
the-
back to your
Yeah.
roots, kind of. Yeah.
Exactly, and there's more play, which is really fun. So, yeah.
And it sounds like you also kind of giving yourself some intentional creative time alongside their working time.
Yes.
So it's like, now this is also when I work on stuff.
Yep, and it's been really fun. So.
Have you made anything recently that you're particularly excited about? Or should we ask you a year again about these books? I mean, I don't know. What's going on with this excitement?
It's interesting. I don't really have much new, to be honest. I think right now it's just kind of a year of play. And
The Year of Play.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good title.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the year of play, I guess, is this year, and then maybe next year I'll be back to business.
Year of Turmoil?
No.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Fingers crossed.
That's not my year, man. I'm just spitballing.
Just putting it out there.
Just saying, like, what do we got?
Be ready for it.
You're a
Yeah.
turmoil. You're a terror.
I don't think so.
You're troublemaking.
No.
No, really? Okay.
They're pretty great kids. So
I meant you. Sorry, I meant you.
Kids are fine.
I meant your turmoil, your terror, and your troublemaking.
I mean, probably.
Okay.
I am a
Depending on
troublemaker.
how the rest of this year treats you.
Yeah, and I am like a troublemaker, but I also like to just like see chaos unfold in front of me instead of like making
then I
the
think
chaos.
having you teach such young children is like putting you in charge of fireworks.
Yeah.
Because that's what they will breed. They will make this.
They're ready for chaos.
And that's fine with me.
Awesome. This is the perspective we need.
By the end of the year,
teachers.
just some kids have gone on walkabout. They're missing.
Yeah.
But you know what? They're living their life. I'm not going to impede them.
Yeah, where's Johnny? I don't know. He's out creating, okay? Don't
He's
worry
out
about
being
it.
the most Johnny he's ever been.
Yeah. I mean, as long as it doesn't hurt other people, then I support it. Or themselves, I guess. But yeah.
So do you think you'll maybe end up doing like a collaboration or something involved with the kids together with what you do?
I want to. I'm not sure what it looks like, but I've been kind of thinking about that too, of like, and maybe whether it just be like a learning thing or something like that, or we've been making like zines, and each week we focus on a letter of the alphabet.
Nice.
So it's just like drawings of like apples and alligator.
adorable.
So
That is really cool.
yeah. So we've been doing that, and there's like this like chalkboard, and it's like we ask them questions like each week or whatever, and I want to like compile that into like a zine. So like, what is your favorite ice cream? Stuff like that for them. So.
And it's funny, when you first mentioned it, I was picturing it just from the perspective of working with the kids, teaching them comics, teaching them zines. But it seems like even more so you're just incorporating the comics and zines into the basic learning structure.
Yep.
And that keeps them engaged. It's a way for them to be like involved, and that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying anyway. So
We
we'll
were
see.
lucky enough one summer many years ago to help teach some kids at an art camp. Like there was a day where they
Ooh.
learned some comics. And there was a friend of ours who was like a published creator. And then we did like the second half of the day. And to kind of promote this, I made like a comic in the size of our mini comics that we would make at the time, but with like blank details. So like just word balloons that had some of the words, and blank spaces where they could draw their characters to sort of craft the tale.
Almost just like prompts.
But the way you're describing it, I was like, it would have been really fun to have them do the opposite for me, where they're creating the blanks and asking me to fill it in, because
That is interesting.
kids just get a kick out of the stupid things you might come up with,
Yeah.
just to make them laugh. Like just
Yeah.
saying butt.
Yes.
Just what?
It's just kids love that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a part of their joy that they will eventually lose, and then they might regain it.
Hopefully so.
I hope so. I hope they never lose it. But yeah, there's
Under your guidance, hopefully that will help.
Yeah, I'll just keep them with like the butt and the poop stuff. So
No, sure.
yeah.
Hey, you're molding though. This is your time to shine.
There's one kid that's just, it's really exciting because there's one kid and he's making this comic right now. He never thought about so he makes these characters, and it's Ghost Club is what the club is called with his friends.
That's a good name.
And I was like, well, you could do a comic. Like, how did you come up with Ghost Club, and what adventures do you go on? So he's been doing that now, and he's found this interesting way of trying to take a page, and instead of reading it normal like you would from left to right, for our way anyways, he just has all these arrows and numbers from panel to panel.
Oh, wow.
And they kind of just transition through these portals and stuff, and it's really cool. Yeah.
That's
It's
an
really
interesting.
involved.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
Yeah.
an interesting thing when it's so new to them that they don't feel restricted by the
Yes.
rules, so they're like, no, we're gonna do it this way just
Yeah.
because it sounds fun. I love that.
I think that's when the magic happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And then later on, you can just give them a little bit of ground rules or something
Yeah.
after, just kind of funnel that into something structured. Yeah.
That's really cool.
So,
How's the weekend been for you so far?
really good. Yeah, it's been wonderful. I've been making new zines. Well, so nothing I have been making new things, but,
Mm-hmm.
mostly just, mixed media, collage zines, and, I found this way of just like hole punching and putting keychains on them.
Oh, that's cool.
So I've been making I had a Halloween duck zine where it's just like all these ducks, and then it comes with like a glow in the dark duck. And then I have a Lana Del Rey lyric zine, and so it comes with like a fake cigarette keychain. So those have been really fun. Yeah, and it's been great to see because this is the first time I was selling them, so just how they do with people, and it's always been really nice talking to people as well, and just what they get from it, and why work resonates with them.
It sounds like you're also sort of ignoring a lot of the expectations or rules of what a zine might look like. You're just kind of going in your own way.
Yeah.
And I think especially at a show, in person, people are drawn to things like that where they're a unique object. You know, it's the content obviously is very important, but to have something physical like that you can't recreate, or you're not going to find just sitting in a store somewhere, that's a big.
Nobody else is going to
very
make
appealing.
The glow in the dark zine.
No,
the glow in the dark zine.
I know.
At least it's unlikely.
Yeah, unless I start something.
That's true too.
Oh,
then maybe next year there'll just be everyone with keychains.
Oh, I mean, but then what you do is you go around and you tell them to cut that shit out. This is my territory, and so you either pay rent or you get off the block.
You print up a cease and desist zine that you can just give out to people.
A cease and desist zine. Oh, wonderful, and not fun, but wonderful.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Not yet, but you haven't seen these people biting on your style.
Until they start getting Hollywood deals, and you're like,
oh my God, that's what's going to happen with the kids. They're going to start mimicking the things that you do, and you're going to be like, no, I don't need 24 of you being me.
I don't own the keychain thing. I'm sure it's been thought up somewhere before, but
that's too nice of an attitude. You need to be much angrier at the mere concept of someone else using a keychain.
I wouldn't want it to happen.
Yeah.
But if it did, I'd be like, wow, but I did it first.
Yeah.
That's I can smell it.
There you go.
It's starting to burn a little bit.
It's not necessarily about the money, but the credit, yes.
The credit is
absolutely.
Key.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's like those places that says no credit, no problem. You're like, no credit. No credit,
or there's
problem.
A problem.
No credit, big problem.
Ashley, would you like to answer a mystery question?
Yeah.
Let's bring the mystery machine of mystery questions. And we're going to go ahead and bring in...
Ooh.
Oh, that's right, the big quarter truck.
Pop the back open there.
You can just lift that back up.
There you go.
There'll be a quarter in there for you.
Quarter for you.
Oh, I have to do this first. Okay.
We talk about how we had this made. We could have made it free. No, we made it complicated.
Okay.
There you go.
If we made it free, what would we do every year? We have to worry about having quarters.
Yeah, right.
Back to the question cave.
Yes. They can be kind of hard. I can help out if you need. Oh, there you go. All right, what is your mystery question?
Which hobby do you regret the most?
Sounded like a good idea at the time, but didn't pan out.
That's hard.
Rusty, I was going to say, I'm going to be surprised if she has an answer for this. Because we have a lot of these open-ended questions that are really fun. This is very specific.
It's so specific.
Hobbies, you have to think about what would you even consider to be your hobby.
Yeah.
And then you have to find one you don't like anymore.
Well, here's the one, too. Here's the thing. You may say, you're pretty happy with all your hobbies. And that's why it says the most. You regret the most.
Oh, thank you for...
What's your
card for us.
What's your least favorite of them, I guess?
Yeah, what's your least regrettable hobby? And that would also be your most regrettable hobby.
Yeah.
No, wait, no. That's not it.
Least enjoyed hobby. I don't know. Yeah. What's the most stressful hobby?
What hobbies you got?
Let's go with that.
Reading.
No, do you regret reading? We'll just go through this list.
I hate reading.
Art.
Okay, and I know you regret that one. It's probably not the one you regret the most.
Roller skating.
Have you ever been injured?
I mean, yeah, but I think we got it.
I think we got it.
Yep.
I think roller skating is your most regretted hobby because you've at least gotten hurt from it.
But I learned how to get back up.
You know what? Yeah, that's a big... God damn. It's positive.
Damn it, that's a lesson.
Positive.
Oh man. So I don't think this question goes unanswered.
I don't know. Yeah, and that's fine. I'm just saying.
Does anyone really have a hobby they regret though?
Rusty, do you have at least you ever hobby you regret the most?
I have to think like.
Is there something that you got really into and you look back and you go like, what was it? What was I thinking?
I don't know if I'd call this a hobby.
Oh my God! Why are you're not helping us?
But there was a place that was near where we lived that had just really cheap clothes. It was like an overstock kind of place, and so I would go in there like every week, and I'd find a few things, and it would just accumulate and accumulate and accumulate, and each one of those was never bad until we had to move, and I realized that I had 50 trash bags full of clothes to donate to Goodwill.
I think this is going to count because I need to prove that there's an answer to this.
Okay, yeah. So
You know-
buying clothes it was too many.
I also feel similar about stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
there are things that I've collected that I have regretted.
Okay, yeah.
Like when I worked at the bookstore, I bought a lot of books. And now I just have piles and piles
This guy
of
too.
books.
He can't hear it, but I'm pointing it at him.
Oh no, I can feel it. I know.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
I worked at the bookstore for 2 years and I acquired 2,000 books. So
Let's
that's
talk about that for a
1,000.
moment.
That's 1,000 a year.
It is.
How
That's
do you
a-
know
And-
how many you got?
Oh, because there's this app and I catalog all my books.
Wow, that sounds like a hobby.
Wow, that's a hobby.
In and of itself, just cataloging.
I guess, yeah, and I do not, I mean, I love cataloging things, like it's fun, but I don't like knowing the number of which I have.
Okay, yeah.
So-
Well, I will say, 2,000 books. It sounds like a big number, but then you're like, you know how it spreads out. Who knows? But then you pointed out that's in a year, 1,000 a year.
Yep.
And I'm like, that's like 3 a day.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of books.
That is a lot of
books.
books. No
Yep.
shame, maybe a little bit of shame.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
okay.
That's a lot. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's a lot of books.
I think that might be the answer.
Yes, and
'Cause
just to clarify, I did not buy all the books, but
Oh, shoplift.
no.
It's fine.
No, I got it. No.
No.
Say no more. I got it.
Oh my
They
gosh.
can't fire you. You don't work there anymore. It's
Guys,
fine.
it's fine. She just shot kids.
Yeah.
Listen, if you can't afford it or choose not to pay, pocket and
you
discount.
can get books.
Oh my goodness. Well, there was a pretty good discount, but
Okay, yeah.
I
I-
figured that actually was one of the
Yeah.
reasons that it was
Yes.
happening.
but they have a lot of damaged books and then advanced reader copies.
Oh yeah.
So that's where most of my books are from.
that makes sense.
You do your fair share of those types of books too.
I do. I have a bunch of ARCs sitting around, and yeah, my ding and dent copies of stuff.
Is that what you call them?
Oh,
Your
that's
ding and dents?
Well, I'll tell you what. For people that know, like that is what they call. That is what you will see on
people
websites.
that know.
As a bookseller, she will know too. Like yeah, damages and ding and dents, and yeah.
It's just the way you're saying it.
This ding
I
and
know
dents.
it's probably true. She's nodding.
Capital
But my
D, capital
point
D.
is- Oh, my ding and dents.
My ding and dents.
You know, my ding and dents collection.
But yeah, that stuff adds
You should
up very
catalog just
quickly.
your ding and dents. And you put those somewhere.
No, because I'll tell you what, if I did do a count of my books, I will also be sad, and it will also be my least favorite hobby. All of a sudden,
Oh,
so many books.
Oh, man, that would be a fun day for Joe. So,
would.
Ashley, we even introduced a new gimmick for the year where we have a prize gallery behind us.
Yes.
whoa.
And it is a gallery of prizes, all featuring our wonderful question mark vestiges on them. And you can pick one of them for yourself. I'll run through the list for you. We have a set of 4. What do they call those nowadays? Coasters.
Coasters
We have a
for
pot
coasting.
holder. We have a deck of playing cards. We have a placemat. We have a puzzle. We have a tea towel. We have a blanket, far too big to unfurl on camera. We have a pillow. We have a keepsake box. I'm not going to do it this time, where we talk about what you can keep in there. This is a mug, ceramic even. And then we have a shopping bag. Would any of those sound of interest to you?
I really like, oh gosh.
It's a lot to choose from, I understand.
I like the coasters.
Fantastic.
pretty cool.
Well, then for you will have a set of Rusty and Joe coasters.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Where, before we let you go, where can people find out more about your work?
Oh, so ashleyjablonski.com or on Instagram at ashleyjablonskiart.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for
thank
coming
you.
back,
We
Ashley.
appreciate having you back.
And I hope you have a great rest of the day at the show.
Thank you. You too.